All right, we'll start with all three of us here. Screw this. All right, is it back up? We back up?
Yes.
All right. All right, let me get these guys camped in here so that we can you guys can see set up here.
Yes.
We'll just make this a full out low production day. But I promise you we got good stuff today, all right guys? Just 1 second. Actually, Brandon, your camera's like super fuzzy, dude.
Yeah, my camera's terrible.
Oh god, I got you just like this blob of pixels.
You can see
There
the
you go.
handsomeness
That's a little better
if you try enough.
Alright guys, take 3. Here we go. Welcome to episode 59 of ChanmanV's Pro Corner, where pros come and show us how it's done. I'm your host, ChanmanV, and today you can kind of see who we have on as guests today. We got desRow, straight off from boot camp over with Maximus Black. And we got ROOTPuck, newest member of Root Gaming. They're going to be on to show us some PvP and PvZ. They're going to be walking us through, not really showing us so much, but walking us through some of their replays, and they'll be kind of analyzing each other's replays and, you know, hopefully helping each other's games out by, you know, giving each other some suggestions or tips. And hopefully in the meantime, you guys, the viewers, will be picking up a few things too. So on top of all of that, we're going to be doing a giveaway, and I think you guys were watching me just like doing this kind of number, but like doing lip syncing there. But we're going to be giving away a Razer Goliathus mouse, speed mouse. These things are really great. I actually use this mouse pad, so it's really good. And we're going to be giving away a t-shirt too. And the way you enter the drawing is follow me on Twitter @ChanmanV, and like me on Facebook, facebook.com/ChanmanTV, and I'll randomly select one of the folks that do those things from one of the channels. So at the end of the show, I'm gonna have one of these guys just pick a random number, and we'll pick it. All right, guys. So how you guys been, desRow? How was spending a week over with Jeff and everything? It looked like you guys had a good time.
No, we definitely did have a good time, but a week is long. 7 days is, I usually tell students that 2 hours, that 2 hours is too long, and that they won't learn as much as 1 hour spread out like from 1 week to the other.
Right.
So after 7 days, there was some tension. If we had like swords, there probably would have been a duel and stuff like that. But it was awesome, and I'm glad to be back.
I had plenty of duels on Smash Brothers and stuff like that. I enjoyed watching some of y'all.
To be fair, if I would have been sober, I would have kicked his ass, but I guess we'll never find out. But.
Good stuff. Puck, how you been, man? I know had you on the show, kind of playing against some of my guests in the past, and I appreciate obviously you playing. I give you a shout out, but wanted to get you on as a guest this time around.
I've been pretty good. I've been working, streaming. I actually just got back from my parents' house, so we went on the boat and went tubing, so...
Just for July 4th, or just for last week or something?
I mean, my parents own a fireworks store, so my family usually gets together.
Nice.
Yeah.
So here's a question for you. How much do each one of those mortars cost that you see on TV whenever, like the New York City fireworks?
What?
when you're watching like some of those like Macy's, New York, like those huge fireworks displays?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How much do one of those mortars cost? Like just one of those?
Just like one of those multi-shots or
Yeah,
whatever?
multi-shots. Yeah.
I don't know.
You have no idea?
Well,
okay.
Like there's licenses for like what size of fireworks you can actually sell.
Right.
So.
What's the most expensive your parents sell?
There you go.
I mean, probably a couple $100.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that kind of gives you an idea then, right? Yeah.
Do you think the stream would be better without my webcam? Because I'm looking at the stream, and it just looks like pixels.
No, man, you look awesome. Don't be like that,
okay.
man.
I mean, if you have it in HD, I think it looks fine. So it's fine. I mean, it's better than just staring at a picture of you.
Yeah.
They know you're there, even though you're this mist, right? But but anyways, yeah. So let's talk about PvP and PvZ.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on? Let's just start with PvP. What are your thoughts on PvP right now? Why don't you go first, Brandon, or Puck?
I don't know. I just do things and it's terrible for me. I feel like what TT once said to me is that's like really just like your opening build orders is what will get you to where you need to be, and I just kind of make my own build orders for everything. So that's probably why I'm terrible at PvP.
So you never try to copy any folks or look over replays or anything like that? Okay, yeah, I know. I think that's a pretty good, cool approach because it keeps you open-minded, right?
Yeah.
It's a kind of cool thing. How about you, desRow? What do you think of PvP right now?
I like PvP. I mean, it depends. Like, I like to put pressure, so I do like a 2-gate pressure, 1 sell-up, 3 stalker, and there's like it's basically I react to what they do after pressuring. So if it's Phoenix, I play defensive. If it's Blink, I play defensive. If it's Robo, I might try to expand or play defensive. Because sometimes they'll all in because they like that. If they do 3, like one of the hardest build I've had to face so far is like a 3-gate defensive expand. But it's just I react to what they do basically, and I picked that build from Huck, who picked it from Sase, and I've been riding that build for like 2 months now, and it does really well. And there's different variation, and it holds 4-gate really well, and I can do a 3-gate instead of a 2-gate robo. So I mean, the opening is really important, but it's how you decide what you want to do in the mid game. And I know Brandon plays passive. I don't like passive because then you react like you have to decide what you want to do, and you can't react. So sometimes you'll get like hard counter without having a chance at changing your fate, I think.
So
that's my opinion.
So I mean, what kind of when we were talking about like what compositions counter and what each other, talk about that statement right there when you're talking about archons just kind of putting you in a bad situation.
Hard counters, not archons.
Oh,
but,
archoners. Archoners.
Yeah, like
okay.
let's say you committed to a Robo Bay and they go Phoenix, you're really behind.
Oh.
You committed to a Robo Bay and they go Blink, and you don't have a lot of gas or sentries to buy time and force fill the ramp. Let's say they don't have an observer, and if they do have an observer, or if they do like have hallucination and they just blink up your ramp, then you're kind of screwed. So like you really have to get some information to decide what you want to do, and trying to read takes a lot of skills. So trying to read what they're doing, like how many zealots do they have, how many stalkers do they have 1 sentry, how early was their second gas, if they have a really early second gas with all the probes in it. Sometimes it might be Phoenix, sometimes it might be DT. If you push up and they have no sentries, all stalker, and they're not preventing you from getting in, it might be DT. If they're forceful being you out, it might be Phoenix. It's all like PvP is a lot about reading and having a decent opening to be able to read anything. Like I don't like what Puck does, but maybe he has a different opinion. Puck just likes to sit in his base, make his lot, and maybe 2 sentries. I'm not sure, and then he's like, yeah, well, something will happen, and hopefully I'll be able to beat it. But why don't you talk to us about your PvP, man?
Well, I don't know. Like I've been doing some more aggressive play at the beginning. It all depends on what I first got with my probe. A lot of times I like to work towards just like double immortal warp prism play, just because I love warp prisms and.
Okay.
And if like I scout that they're going for like Blink or something, I'll play defensive, or if they're going Phoenix, I'll go straight into like High Templar.
High Templar?
Yeah. Like you know the 1 base immortal Stargate play? I feel like if you just go straight for Archons, like if you get 1 Archon and mass a bunch of units, you can expand and still hold off.
Really?
Yeah.
I hope you brought that replay because that sounds really interesting. And I'm not a believer, but sure.
I can find the replay real fast if you want me to.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
sure.
sure that'd be
Yeah.
interesting.
You can pull that one up. Actually, why don't we get into... Well, actually, in the meantime, why don't we get into the game, and while you find that replay, Brandon?
Okay.
Why don't we start off with your replay, desRow? And
okay.
kind of go over it.
Okay. Wait, was I supposed to send 2 PvP and 2 PvZ?
No, just one of each. Just one
okay,
of each.
one of each. Yeah, okay. I get scared. Yeah, so but it's a long macro. It's a long macro game, but it's like I want Brandon's opinion on like the mid, late, or the late game situation. So yeah, that's why I picked this replay. But I think it was a cool replay anyway, and it shows just how I open. What time do you want to go?
Yeah, let's load it up and let's get to 2 minutes here, and just give me one
Okay.
second. I need to close StarCraft during all that craziness, so I'll be right. We'll get this set up really quickly here, and one thing I wanted to ask you guys, and it's obviously there's obviously a really good reasoning for it, but one thing about PvP I've noticed is taking expansion is probably the latest of all matchups, right?
Yeah.
It seems like you're pretty much, I don't know, I don't know exactly the food count, but you're definitely looking at, if you're going colossal, you have like several colossal before you even expand, a lot of times. So just for on average, obviously there are some builds that aren't like that, but talk to me a little bit about, I guess why that is. I mean, is it just because of the power of the Protoss units early on, so it's just really hard to defend with anything less than full out defense, or?
In my opinion, a lot of people are just stupid in one-on-one base. So like, if
Okay.
if they're going like Phoenix 3 or 4 gates, there's nothing you can do. You just have to like play defensive. If they're trying to Colossus all in, unless you get like a really early expansion, you're not gonna be able to buy enough time and have more units to compensate for all the investment you've done into your expand. And then what else? If they go like DT and you hold it off, then they're gonna try to get up your ramp with an Archon or two and 5 gates.
Right.
And you just have to make a pylon wall and hold it off. Sometimes they'll go Phoenix, but they'll expand. That way you just expand yourself and spread your Blink Stalkers. If they go for Blink Stalkers, obviously they're going to be really aggressive and have like a moment where they will be really strong and kill you. So you can't expand even if you expand early. And so yeah, it's just like there's powerful builds that work on one base, and then there's like, I like to do just like Brendan too, like Two Immortal Warpism. When people do that, or they usually expand, or people would like 3-gate expand, but like it's like the majority of the builds / openings in PvP resolve around being aggressive on one base.
Right.
So like, what's the point of expanding and getting yourself killed? It's better to see what they're doing and go for the safest play and then expand, in my opinion.
Right, I see. I guess that obviously makes sense, because any other way you're taking a risk that you're going to die, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay, so why don't we go 2x and, I guess be ready to pause every once in a while whenever there's something to discuss, and
Okay.
any of you
Okay.
guys just call out a pause, any of 3 of us,
Okay.
and then we'll talk about stuff, right? Because, when you're going too fast, we miss stuff all obviously around the map, so.
Are we doing this on ×1 or?
Times 2.
2
We're
at
gonna
2
do times
minutes.
2. Yeah, so
At
on
2
3
minutes?
here. Yeah.
Okay. 1 second, let me get to 2 minutes.
Okay, sounds good. I can't wait for Heartless
I
War.
posted the replay in the chat.
Oh, you posted it? Okay. Let me get it. Hopefully it doesn't mess up all the...
It's been saved.
Okay,
Yep.
I'm good.
Sorry, I'm saving that replay too. Okay, there we go. Alright, how do I close this? Okay, there we go. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1, start. Okay, so talk to me about this build. You're going to be opening, I believe it was, what,
2-gate, 1 Robo.
2-gate 1 Robo. Yep.
Yeah, what I do is I go second gas first. I chrono 3 times by Nexus. I go second gas first, then I make a Zealot, and then what I do is I get up to 16 probes on minerals, and then I put probes one by one in my second my second gas. Yeah, so I'm gonna make the second gate at 22. I really hope I don't touch the build this game, because that'd be terrible for. Oh god.
It's okay.
Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Well, my okay. Okay. Well, what I do usually is make the second gate on 22, and make the third pylon on 25, and I fill my gases one by rallying the Nexus, and I move out with Zealot and 3 Stalker. But obviously that game, as you can see, I hate myself right now.
So with that first Zealot, you looked around your map, looked around your base to make sure there's no pylons there, right? I just kind of want to point out all the little things. So.
Yeah, and you don't want to go too far out with that Zealot as well. You don't want to go too far out. You want to keep your tower because you're waiting for those 2 more Stalkers.
a great day.
This is
Okay,
sad.
should be back up. Jesus.
Okay, what time are you guys at?
I'm at 7 minutes.
Okay, I'll go at 7. But yeah, just to, are we good?
I think we're back up.
Okay. So
Go.
basically what I do is I sack my zealot and I build a pylon below the ramp. And what I do is I mineral walk with the probe and the zealot, and they walk up the ramp at the same time. Sometimes one of them will get up, and then the probe can scout everything that's going on. At that time, my zealot died, but I know that he was going for a robo. And yeah, basically, and if they are like taking really greedily, sometimes people will go like one gate, one stargate, one robo. Then I just let the pylon finish and I kill them. Sometimes they'll go DTs, so I'll just trade units evenly, and then I'll make an observer back home. And what I do also is I make a sentry around like 34, 35 food back home. That way, if like I scouted for or I missed something with my stalker and saw, and he's like not at his base but he's attacking me, I have a force heal. But yeah, we can resume. 3, 2, 1, go. But yeah, I scouted a robo, so a lot of people have just been doing a one-base Colossus on me. So instead of going Immortal drop, I'm going to take the safe route and just go for Colossus, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. No,
Is it?
I'm wrong.
What time are you guys at? Pause for a second.
I'm at 8, 7.
Okay.
Isn't Immortal drop the hard corner to one base Colossus?
It will buy time, but sometimes it will not buy time enough. Like, it depends. It depends on how early they get their robo. Sometimes they will get their robo like 1 game 1 robo, and since I go 2 game 1 robo, they'll get there faster. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, you can buy time,
Yeah.
but sometimes you can shoot yourself in the foot and die too. But I'm going Immortal drop. What time are you, Chris?
I'm at 8:13.
Oh, well, I'll catch up to 8:13 at times 2. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
ready.
3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, sometimes I go one base Colossus not to die, but in this case I'm going Immortal drop, and my observer's gonna die at his base, and that was very unfortunate. But this guy, what is this guy doing?
You guys seem to be doing pretty similar things. I mean,
Yeah,
the timing of y'all's War Prism are a little different, but in the end it's the same, I think.
yeah, like, and one thing too is like if you lose your observer or you're not sure what the other guy's doing, like peeking up a stalker like this, like sure there's a risk you're gonna lose it, but it's so important to. This guy might have been stream cheating.
What?
Look at his minimap. He hasn't scouted a single thing. Doesn't know that. Well, he saw that I had an observer, and he's just like ready for a War Prism drop. But, I mean, I don't know. We're going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he knew it was me and he knows I like to do a Immortal drop. But look, just look at his vision, how fishy this is. But anyway, going back to giving him the benefit of the doubt, I have a Stalker outside is natural to know if he's going to expand. And in the meantime, I'm just going Colossus in case he decides to all in. Yeah, and then I poked back with 2 Stalkers, which delayed his expand. But at that point, I'm like, I have 3 Colossus, I'm going to have range, I'll just expand myself.
Okay, and you only expanded because you knew he was in his base and there wasn't anything coming.
I knew that I'll have Defender's advantage and range in 3 Colossus, and that if he wants to go up my ramp near the rocks, or he's going to have to kill the rocks, and I'll have, time to make a lot of army, and you'll be clumped up while I'll have time to make a concave. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Yep, gotcha.
But yeah, that guy was fishy, man. With forever... Dude, he even left Zox in his main, but he never scouted a War Prism.
So at this point, like with your, you're starting to get a really big army, right, with Colossi?
Yeah.
I mean, when is the queue for you to attack here? I mean, you just waiting for 200, or are you just waiting for some type of, something that you see that'll make you just push across the map here?
What's the rating of your stream? Is it like 18 plus or?
Yeah, just whatever you want, dude.
Okay. I consider PvP like a porno shoot. Like it's whoever has the bigger dick, and the dick is being the Colossus.
Right.
So if you can like have a Colossus advantage and you see that you have a bigger Colossus count, aka a bigger dick, then you can go for the kill. But other than that, I usually play passive and wait for like the 200.
Okay.
What do you think, Puck?
When to push out?
When
I mean,
to, like, what would make you attack in PvP?
And at this point in the game, I guess.
At this point in the game?
Yeah.
Well, seeing how no one really did much damage to each other, I'd play passive. But, like, if you were to use your Warp Prism to get him out of the place, I mean, you could engage with your army, like if you had his watchtower and you brought your army up front.
Yeah. Okay.
Like,
you'd prefer do that than to wait for the 200 and Gimbal and Mothership fight, right?
Yeah, it depends. Like keep harassing until you see if he's weak about defending it, and if he is, then yeah, just park your army outside his base and go take out his extra bases, and then get a nice position as he goes to try and reclaim it.
Well, he had a Phoenix, so harassing with Warp Prism, like my Warp Prism died, but not the Immortals. But
So pause it real quick.
okay.
So when you talk about like moving armies around and trying to get better position, talk to me some of the techniques with that, because one of the things obviously is Warp Prism that you've been doing already. We've kind of seen both of the guys.
I mean, a lot of like early, somewhat mid game is basically like double immortal drops, maybe a Colossus drop, and just harassing Mineral Lions, doing whatever you can. And if they overreact all the time, then you can just probably go get them out of position and just go kill them.
What does overreact to you, like
if they bring like half their army, instantly they don't really know how to deal with it properly.
But you say early mid game. Wouldn't it be better to wait for him to grab a third, make him overcome it at the natural, and then snipe the third?
Definitely not, because if he's bringing half his army, if he doesn't have his watchtower, if he uses Warp Prism, take out the tower, drop a Zealot,
that's what I do.
Then you bring your army up front, and maybe like if he's harassing you to leave a few units. But if you bring their whole half their army, you can just go kill them, because by the time their army from their main goes back to their natural, they're going to be so out of position to begin with, and they can't really engage with the army at their natural anyways. Like, they'll be retreating, and they're just
going to put themselves in
a
lot of
position.
PvPs?
Yeah. I mean, that's how you should do it.
Well,
I mean, at the very least, it's free damage, right? Because they're never going to engage you without their full army.
You don't really want to...
Sorry, go ahead.
You don't really want to engage a Protoss army when they have closer pylons than you anyways. It's like... And if you're the one engaging, you're going to be the one more out of position. Unless they're just terrible players, I mean.
Okay, that's definitely interesting. What I would do is I would get a lead, like right now this game is not a lead, like we're even on Warpers, even slightly more than me. But what I would do is I'd get like a pro count lead, and then I just keep harassing with like Colossus or in a Warp Prism or Immortals, and then I just keep that lead and just make sure I get max at 200 before and then attack. That's what I would do. Yeah. But and it wins me game too. But I'll definitely mix in your idea of pulling him out, because that's smart. I agree on that. So what time you guys at?
I'm at 19:15.
12.
Okay, 15 it is. 3, 2, 1, go. What do you think about upgrades? What I do is I go 1 forge, get +1. When +1's about to be done, I get Twilight and a second forge, and then I do like 2-1, 3-2, or 3-1-1, and then I go like armor, plasma, and then I'm at 3-3-3. How do you do it?
I'm terrible with upgrades in PvP.
I don't like to commit to double forge. I think it's risky. So I commit to double forge when I get my third. By the time you have +1, you should have a third. If he's opening if he's going double robo and you're going double robo.
Yeah, I usually at least try to get my attack going.
Okay.
But as far as like armor upgrades, I usually don't get them until my attack's already 3-0.
So I noticed one of the things that both of you guys are doing are just putting pylons around the map. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, it's useful sometimes to send Zealot if you know he's attacking you and you want to harass maybe like his third. and it's just like seeing stuff around the map, seeing like Zealot counterattack or stuff like that is really useful to have it. What about you, Puck? Why do you make pylons everywhere?
Well, I mean, like if you just randomly engage somewhere and you already have a forward pylon, it's just much easier.
Yeah, that too. Like that game was so weird because I'm gonna sack a Zealot like really shortly here to see if he had a mothership. Like look at my vision. Well, I didn't see the mothership. I didn't see the cloak units. So yeah, this game was funny.
So does the mothership usually come with the first iteration of getting to max, or does that normally happen?
There's two ways you can play it. You can either get the mothership before getting to max, but sometimes you can try to Archon Zealot kill someone before mothership, which I tried to do and fail, obviously. And there I wasn't looking at my minimap.
Wow.
And yeah.
So you have no vision here too, right? When they come back, right? In the vortex?
Well, yeah. I had like my observer was in the vortex.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
So I ended up like trading decently. I had like better upgrades as well.
Yeah, y'all both are just left with Colossi there. It's kind of funny.
I don't think he added enough gates. Otherwise, I think I should have died. Yeah. Yeah. I guess
a lot.
Yeah. I guess I wasn't that good at the game, but I just thought it was funny just because I survived. But what do you think? That's the opinion. Like I'll pick this replay because I wanted your opinion. You prefer getting to 200 with a mothership, or trying to kill the other guy with Solid Archon before there's a mothership?
Why don't we pause real quick?
Get that far? Pause again.
Yeah, pause.
It's really hard. I mean, for me, PvP is my worst matchup.
Okay, so you just like 2-base all in with the warpers and pull?
No, I mean, like my beginning always sets me behind. I feel like my openings just if I don't win with my opening, like if I don't gain a lead, I'm usually also behind. And I'm usually also behind because everyone goes Phoenix, and I suck versus Phoenix play. But essentially, I mean, the way I've been winning a lot of games lately is just by dropping and then like killing their third, and then I'll pull back. Or if they're engaging, like if they're walking in like a line to attack my army, I'll just kill them there. So essentially, I usually aim to take out their third, and then back away. I'll drop like maybe 6 DTs in their main, and then launch as their army.
That's one thing too. Like, do you prefer to make Archons out of DT or iTemplar?
Definitely. I feel like DTs. But, like, I'll essentially transfer, like, once my third is already up and running, I'll go into High Templar also. But, like, DTs are just really nice because most Protoss players don't make more than one observer.
Yeah.
Until they have to.
Right.
Yeah, that's something I always tell myself. It's like, unless, like, if I have an observer over his shit, and I see that he's, like, not getting double forge, or he doesn't seem to be investing a lot in gas, I'll just get another observer just in case that he's pulling DTs somewhere. Like on big maps like Antigua, it's definitely easy to like hide a DT shrine or even deny the scouting. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, and DTs would have done good here. Yeah. So what time you guys are at?
Actually, one more thing before we get started. Talk to us a little bit about the role of Mothership in this matchup, because I know, like in PvZ, right? Whenever you whenever you obviously do the vortex, there's an Archon toilet. So the Archon obviously does, kind of AE damage to like a small perimeter, right? So it logically makes sense that it can just damage everything at once, kill everything instantly. So in this matchup, if everything's in the Archon, is it as effective? Because
the way I see the vortex working in this matchup is like, if you pull off a good vortex, what you do is you spread your Colossus around it, and then if you have Archons to go in the vortex, what it does is when his Colossus come out, they're going to attack the Archons, because, if you move, it's always going to attack the closest unit. So it's going to attack Archons, and then your Colossus can just, like, piss on his Colossus, and you'll usually end up winning. And then also, if they vortex you, sometimes, like, most people, what they do is they keep their observer, like, following a Colossus or in their army. So when you vortex, you might lose your observers. That's why I do well, here I think my observer died, or it's not hotkeyed, but I'll hotkey an observer on 6, and you need to have like 1 or 2 on your army and 1 on a separate control group. But yeah, so basically the Vortex, what it will do is you might lose your observers. I mean, the Mothership, what it will do, you might lose your observers. It keeps everything cloaked. If your observers are too far from its units, you won't be able to attack as much units as you could. And yeah, so if you get to like 3 base, a Mothership is vital to win a PvP game.
I see. Okay. Okay, why don't we get started again?
Okay, what time?
27:39 for me.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright.
I like PvP. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I like PvP late game a lot. It's something that I think I'm good at, even though like I'm not perfect. Like that game was really terrible. I should have scouted the Mothership a lot better. I got caught off guard at the tower. But if you can like have like good spread and pull feedback, usually it can go in your favor. But sometimes it's a lot of like dancing around. Like, okay, I don't want to get feedback. Okay, I want to feedback him. Okay, I'm gonna focus the Templar with my Colossus. Okay, let's dance again. It's like, but it's intense and fun. So
yeah, I feel like in PvP, the scouting has to be literally constant. Like, there's no units that easily give you vision. I mean, you can say the observers, but observers get cleared out really quickly by other observers, right? So
you have like to hug the edges of the map if you want to like have decent scouting. Mm-hmm. But on Cloud Kingdom it's really hard because like you can't hide at the bottom left or the top right. So it's definitely hard. But you just have to try. It's just in the mid game and observer is expensive because you don't want to lose downtime on your Wilbo because you want to have the bigger Colossus count. Like right here, I'm gonna pull back, feedback, and even pay attention enough to my and you'll see right now I'm gonna pull I'm gonna have a few Archons and you'll see his Colossus are stuck like attacking my Archon and I just cleared up everything.
Yeah, nice. And you caught a few of its Colossi outside of the Vortex too, so yeah, that's really
and you just have to make like a concave or like a 360 concave around the Vortex.
Right, that's nice. Alright, that's a good replay to start on.
Yep. I'm curious to see how Puck opens.
Yeah.
Probably terribly. Please don't yell at me, Des.
I'm not gonna yell at you.
Alright, which one do you want to go over? You want to go over the Daybreak one, or you want to go over the...
Go over the one on Daybreak, yeah.
Okay.
I think it was on Daybreak.
Alright, and this is the one that we recently desRow wanted to see, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So same deal, 2 minutes. We can actually go regular, or not regular, just faster speed on this one because it's so short.
Okay. Hold on, it's bugging up.
Start at 2?
Yep, 2 minutes. I'm there. Let me know when you guys are. And viewers just joining in, what we're doing is we're having desRow and Puck kind of walk us through each other's replays here. And we're going over PvP, and later on we'll go through a couple PvZ replays. And we have a drawing at the end of the show. To enter, follow me on Twitter at ChanmanV and like me on Facebook, facebook.com/ChanmanTV.
Okay, I'm at 2 minutes, so...
All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'll just like to start this by saying I told you not to I told you to pick my latest Facebook picture, and I even linked you to it, and you failed to do so. So if I ever see you at an MLG, I owe you a nickel on the left shoulder.
No, I'll tell you the reason I did it. I forgot to actually mention why. The reason I did it is because the Facebook page that you had it wasn't sized like right, and I would have had to distort your face, so I didn't want to have to distort your face. So, I hope you'll forgive me, man.
Dude, this picture is like 8 months old. I look like
I know it is. You still look like a cute teddy bear, panda bear in it.
Panda bear.
Thank you. So wait, you do double gas?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I like it. It looks
That's
cool.
a good reason. That's a great reason.
But sometimes you...
So no logic behind it? I mean, you come up with your own builds, right? I mean...
Yeah. For the most part. Like, I get ideas. Like, I'll occasionally see something, I'll get an idea. And try to do an imitation.
But you're not going to be spending this gas for I mean, what are you gonna be spending the gas on? Like.
I don't know. I scouted him. I guess he does have like a lot of chrono. He's chronoing out, so I'll probably get 2 sentries.
Oh, okay.
My co-stalkers.
All right. He's making up stuff right now. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, it looks like he wants to open Phoenix to me.
I don't know what I do with PvP. I'm sorry. I honestly just do things in PvP. That's why I lose a lot.
Alright, desRow, you gotta help him out here, man.
Well, to me, it looks like he's going to open Phoenix because he took his gas like relatively early, and there you go, the Stargate goes down. It was either that or DT, but DT is not working a lot these days. So, what did you? How many times? What did you chrono? Basically, is my question here. Like 3 times the probes.
Like 4 times probes.
Okay, that's greedy as hell. But given that.
Yeah, I mean, that was essentially the reason why I started opening this way. Is because I could chrono 5 times probes and still defend 4 gate by making 2 sentries first. But I found out that's not that great anymore at all. And it's terrible. Like, I used to essentially, like, transition to a Blink Stalker hallucination all-in, and I never do that anymore, so this probably isn't a viable opening for me anymore to begin with.
I see, yeah.
I see.
So right now you're cutting probes, which are 8 to do. There's like no... It's like you play so blind, so right now you have like no reason to cut probes, but you were doing for a short period of time.
Yeah. Probably an accident.
Looks like you're moving out with 3 stalkers. A good old 3 stalker push out.
You can get 4
This
shields
was... Yeah, this was sloppy of me, but...
Oh, wow, I didn't realize 1 force shield would be a full block there. Wow.
The stalkers are fat, man.
Yeah, they are.
They need to go to the gym.
You should just climb over it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're taking an expansion behind this, because, tell me about
Why?
that. I mean, yeah, why did you take an expansion behind that? Did you feel safe there, or?
Yeah, I felt safe, like, I don't know, I scouted that he didn't expand, I was just like, whatever, it's already like halfway done. So I felt like nothing in response, but,
Jesus Christ, fuck.
Okay, so...
okay, so then
risky,
I see Phoenix, and then I'm essentially like, well, I can just go to High Templar and probably just be fine.
So what is the counter to the Stargate opening?
I like to stay like on Blink, but let's hear what Puck says.
I mean, like, you can't get map vision with, like, the way I do it. Not really. I mean,
if they expand, you can.
If they expand, yeah, but without, no. Not really.
Well, you have an observer to know if they're expanding or not. That's enough of an answer.
Yeah,
Well,
they're not gonna be able to
I like to get Archons for the tower. Like, I'll put an Archon at the tower, usually.
Okay, that sounds very original, man.
Yeah.
An Archon, so an Archon at the tower, okay.
I've never seen that. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's no reason to put, like, 4 Stalkers at the tower to deal with, like, 6 Phoenix and have, like, 3 in your base and use a bunch of probes. That's why I use the Archon. It's just safer, I feel.
Okay.
So 4 Phoenix, is that kind of the average number for just a, not a very big commitment to Stargate units, just to kind of open Stargate and take map control? Or is that
usually,
too many?
Usually around like 5, 4.
Okay.
Sometimes 6. Between 4 and 6, I feel, is what people most of the time go.
What are the typical follow-ups to it? I mean, it looks like he's pushing out here with Gateway Immortal.
Yeah. I mean, I already cut probe production. I probably should have bought an extra gateway. I feel like this is my first time responding to this kind of build.
Yeah, you should have had 5 gates.
Yeah.
Just another one. I feel you're really ballsy, man, with that gas.
Well, if I can get more Archons, it'll be twice as strong. Like, he's gonna have a lot of Zealots, so Archons will just destroy Zealots. And the more Archons I got, the better.
Yeah, that's true. He doesn't have a lot of range units to kill those Archons effectively, and Zealots don't really kill Archon effectively. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, really?
I focused my Archon on the Zealots. I mean.
I think you should have lifted your Zealots and killed them instead of lift off every Stalker.
But I'm still floating. Like
God, wow.
I'm floating like a lot.
I mean, if you make this viable, you'll be the new Kiwi Kaki, man. But for now, this game is not. This game is a decent taste of it, but it's not like
Yeah,
I said. You could have killed all your Zots really easily with all those lift up, and then it would have been easier for him to kill the Archon and then police. Yeah, but I see the potential and I see the reasoning and I like it, but I'm just not a believer for now.
I should maybe like how you got. I needed that 5th gateway.
Oh yeah, you definitely needed it. I like how you saved the Archon.
Wow,
I like to do that.
Archons are crazy strong here, yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty strong. I mean, they tank a lot is the thing, and
Right.
Phoenix can't do anything against them. So like, if you need a strong buff unit, I mean, Archon's like the only answer.
Yeah, I like how you have like 2 probes on the side, like scared.
They're just chilling, man.
Well, that was it was pretty good, man. It was a pretty good ult, but seriously, like I'm gonna ask you every day
Let's pause it real quick. I kind of want to talk about that engagement one more time because, you know, there was Phoenix lifting your stalkers, and you were talking about basically your Archons were killing their zealots. You know, kind of talk to me about the roles of each unit in that battle there.
Well, I mean, Archons do 10 extra damage first biological, and they do splash damage. So like,
right.
I mean,
only biological is Zealots, by the way, for those that don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure everybody knew that. I'm not sure I knew that was biological either. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, the guy should have definitely lifted up my Zealots. Like, he should have attacked my Zealots with the Phoenix. He should have lifted one at a time, just because Zealots are light units also, so Phoenix do 20 damage.
Yeah, extra damage.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, that would
Like
be
what
much
the
more
guy did.
efficient.
What the guy did is he lifted up every stalker so they couldn't attack, but he didn't kill anything with those phoenixes, so he lost a lot of damage output. If he lifts up every zealots that Puck has, Puck is left with 1 Archon and 5 stalkers versus like 10 zealots and 5 stalkers and 1 immortal and 1 sentry and 5 phoenix. It's like the other guy just micro that, but you still see that the build has potential because Archons can be lifted, so the Phoenix are not as effective. I think you needed an earlier maybe expansion and that 5th gate, and then you would have hold it.
Yeah.
But it was definitely interesting.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely could have took that expansion faster.
Yeah. Well, you lost like 2 sentries early on, and you lost like 1 stalker early on too. So.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to just briefly touch on that because I know a lot of folks out there might not have like caught exactly all the little details in that. Okay, let's finish it up. I'm at 12:26.
Oh.
Okay.
I exited all the replay. I'm sorry, but I know what happens. I know what happens.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
I know what happens. I win. That's what happens. Okay, so you got 3 Archons now in an Immortal, so your army obviously is way better than his at this point.
Yeah, as long as you micro the Archons, which obviously he's gonna do.
And you have an expansion too, so I guess he was just pretty much
all
in on that attack, which...
I like how he wrote WW, like the one to be Korean. But,
I haven't gotten to the WW yet.
That guy really overproduced probes though. Like if you look at his main, he's way oversaturated.
Yeah, he's got 32 there. Too many. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that was cool. Yeah, I have to say, like when he first came up, with that attack, I thought for sure you were gonna lose there. So,
yeah, Archons are pretty good.
yeah, that was pretty amazing. All right, let's go.
That guy's in the chat.
Oh, is he?
I think.
Oh, Smoodish? Is that Placid?
I'm sorry, dude. I thought you were wannabe Korean.
It's all good. No big deal if he wants to say GG in Korean, man.
Yeah.
It's all good. All right, let's go over some PvZ, guys.
Okay.
Because I know, Puck, you have a much better understanding of PvZ, right?
Yeah.
And obviously desRow does too.
I feel very comfortable with PvZ.
Okay, let's go to desRow's Daybreak one.
Okay. Let me find it.
So, actually, before we start, just load it up, and then I'll switch back to the other screens. So, let's talk about PvZ a little bit. What do you guys think of it right now? I mean, everybody, obviously, always references the immortal
Oh,
timings these days.
I gotta load the replay. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I mean, we can chat about it while you do it.
Okay.
You know, what do you guys think of the time? You know, what do you think of it right now? Do you think it's you know, it's really fun, really good? You know, different timings. The kind of strategies are pretty dynamic, or do you think it's pretty? It's kind of turned in again. It's kind of getting a little static again.
No, like PvT is static. PvZ is like the most evolving matchup ever.
Okay.
There's always like the Protoss will figure out something that will like do really well and that will cause Zerg's nightmare, and then Zerg's will just crush it like 2 days later, and you'll be like, why this doesn't work anymore? And you will be sad, right, Puck?
Yeah, for the most part. Like I'll come up with a build, and it will disappear in 3 days.
Yeah, that's the beauty of replays. I mean, replays, it's, you know, I've been saying to other folks too, it's just, it really takes away the whole, like anybody who's really good at coming up with builds or strategies and that kind of thing, I feel like the value is lessened because of just how fast things spread, right?
A funny story is like desRow, like I used to do this 3-base all-in build, like right at like 10 minutes, and desRow tried doing it, and he kept losing because it started like going, like it just didn't work anymore. I felt bad.
Oh, really? 3 base 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, that's...
But you have to take like a 7-minute third
Yeah.
Okay.
for it to work.
Is it a like a 7-gate, 8-gate kind of thing, or?
It's like a 10 gate.
Oh, 10-gate. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's 10 gate with like, you get your blink as you push out, and you get your +2 as you push out, and you just push out. And then you have like 4 Prism, and you have Sentry, Stalkers. Did you make Immortals? I forgot if you made some.
No. Are you ready?
Yep, let's talk about this game. All right, so 2 minutes. We'll go just faster.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
we should go at times 2 because I have to go to
Yeah.
work.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot you have to go. Okay, let's do times 2.
3, 2, 1, go!
Alright.
So, yeah, I was pretty, I did a bit of what we talked about, but like a 3-base push, but I did it because, I don't know, Zergs are really, like, I hate them, man. Like, they see quick third, and they grab a quick fourth, and then they expect you to grab a fourth, and then they grab a fifth. So, that guy had that in mind, and then I was like, no, it's not gonna happen, and then you'll see what happens.
So do you ever go Nexus first?
No.
Always go Nexus first, unless they pull their drone. If they pull like 2 drones to take, it's much more efficient to make your pylon and forge first.
Okay.
You should go. If people know it's you, they'll just they'll block your nexus and they'll put down a hatch, and then you have no forge to build cannons.
Well, then you can just pull like 9 probes.
Yeah, but that's.
I mean,
No.
it's still way more efficient than waiting for a cannon. Because you can still you can still continue probe production on your main, and you'll still have around 300 minerals before you put down the nexus.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of people that do my nexus at like eye level, so I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. 'Cause I guess it's preference. Like
Yeah.
I like my timings better with a forge first, but nexus first gives you more probes and more chronos.
Well, I usually go forge first anyways, but if I have the opportunity, I will go nexus first.
I think you wait to pick what you want, right?
Yeah, that's
You
what
wait to
typically people
scout,
do,
so
right? Yeah.
because I do forge on 14 and rally 13 probe, and I think what you do is you do forge on 15 after you scout and you pick. What do you do for like 4-player maps, Antigua and Tomb?
I will always go forge first.
Okay.
Okay, so pause it real quick. So typically in PvZ, I mean, you're pretty much seeing almost all Zergs go 3 base, right? 3 hatch now against
Yeah.
fast expand Protoss. It's just like been meta forever now. Okay? So first off, desRow, like, what do you do? You know, I guess, or do you?
My
What do you do?
opening?
Do you pressure the third first, and then what are some of the kind of cues that you look for from the Zerg as to what you're gonna do?
Pressuring the third is retarded these days because of all the queens that they can make and be effective with them. So what I do is I do a fake pressure, and then I expand with 4 gate 1 robo. I take a third with 4 gate 1 robo is what I do.
Okay.
I'll just push out with 2 Zots and one probe. Sometimes they'll make a spine and make no units. You can kill that. Sometimes you'll be able to kill the queen if you can like block with the probe and attack with the Zots. Sometimes you'll kill drones. Sometimes they'll be crazy and have really early roaches or a lot of links, so you just run and try to put yourself in between mineral lines, like I'll end up doing. And it's basically just to make them not drone, so I can grab a third and not to be behind on workers.
It's really essential to do at least some early pressure against her.
Yeah.
Just because if you clear out your tower, like they instantly have to make extra units just to scout for forward pylons or to check to make sure you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
And they have to respond to you. I mean, I guess to really simplify it, it's really that push out is meant. I guess in a way it's meant to die, but it's meant to be cost efficient, either in exchange or it forces the Zerg not to drone, right? Because a Zerg has to build units, right? They can't just. They're not going to just like take damage from forward zealots, like when they see them rolling out, right? So Zerg has to build lings or whatever, or queens or spines. So okay. I mean, I think a lot of people whenever they come across a strategy, like lower level folks, they feel like, okay, I'm going to have to kill like some drones and stuff, but even getting a really good cost efficient trade with lings is really good for that attack, right? I mean,
just the fact that he's making lanes is already good.
Okay.
Like you just have to live with the fact that they're gonna have slightly more drones.
Okay.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Okay, cool.
What time?
7:21.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. So what I do is I make sentries beyond my second Zot and I just expand, try to take a third. Of course, my push is not going to be realistic because he sees my my probe and my pylon, but I'm still going to go for it. I got my Zot trap, that wasn't too good, and trying to leave your probe in between the middle line like that, and or your Zot if you can't bring it back home.
If you saw in the production tab, the Zerg built 5 roaches instead of drones and went back to droning 13.
That's huge, yeah.
Yeah, and like right now I'm cutting slightly probes just to set up my wall, make sure to not die. But I'll go back into a chrono boosting shortly, I assume, and it shouldn't be so bad. See, like we're like close to even. I'm grabbing a fort. Now what I do is I get hallucination and I get a war prism. The war prism I usually call it the retard magnet unless I start using it. And it's basically to draw him. And right now I saw this push and I was like, okay, this is weak. There's a third. And right now he's droning like a man-man. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send the war prism to scout for a fort. And I'm going to send the hallucinated phoenix that is somewhere. That scouted all his tech. So I see infestation pit. This usually means he wants to go live and wants to go to a fort base and not really kill my third. So at that moment, I knew I was free to probe up in chrono boost. So I'm just going to probe up, go to 16 there, and I'm going to do what Puck has been telling me you should try to drop a lot of Zots and go to Volforge. And then I'm like, okay, well I could try that, or I could push like a man-man with good upgrades. So I'm going to cut upgrades, and I'm going to add a lot more gates, and I'm going to do a sick push soon. I'm going to put probes at this amount. I'm going to get... I'm basically going to have 2-1-1, and then I'm going to push. And as long as you spread out your units against infestors, there shouldn't be any problems.
Yeah, force are actually really good against infestor too if you can get them off.
Yeah, you're going to be blown away by this micro, man. Like my stream was blown away. Yeah, you'll see.
If only these Zerglings were banelings that were burned.
Oh yeah, that would be a Wolof thing. I didn't make an observer.
Alright, so you're pushing out now, and...
Yeah, I have...
Lots of stalkers here.
Yeah, that's 11 gates right now. And I'm about to have 2-1-1.
Alright, so he bungles a little bit, but he doesn't kill those units, so...
Yeah.
That's not
you
good.
You should have to try to make a concave, like, you see, like, I'm trying to concave as much as I can, force field.
Yeah.
I see ultras, and then I start spamming hallucinations, and I keep blinking back.
Nice blink micro, and then you're... Yeah. Oh yeah, nice hallucination. Yeah, hallucinations I fal like aren't being used enough.
Man.
Jeez.
Yeah. I had a single immortal, but then my army looked scary as hell, just because I had, like, hallucinated immortals.
I like it, actually.
Yeah.
The Halus took a lot of damage.
Yeah, Halus is so good, yeah. I mean,
and then, like, the moment he loses, or his infestors are empty, and you have, like, a good pack of, like, 16 Blink Stalkers, the moment he doesn't have fungal grow, you're just good to go and keep fighting the pressure. And while I was doing that micro in the middle, I had Kuzots taking his first base at the top.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. And it's pretty much over. I should have grabbed a fort a lot sooner while pushing, but I just wanted to make sure I kept putting on the pressure.
Yeah, controlling it really well. Yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha. All right, so he's still got a decent army here with
Yes.
Okay.
But
Actually, you're gonna kill
yeah,
this, eh? No, not
yeah,
quite.
yeah, well, I mean, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I was wondering if he was gonna clean it, but no. Your last
yeah.
warp in with 10 stalkers, pretty much just
Yeah.
put him in. So, yeah, so those 10 gates
So-
are really important. And
Yeah, but Puck has a better macro style, I feel, right now than me. Because my macro style is not so bad, like my multitasking is good. It's just I never stop multitasking and never go kill them, which is like one of my biggest weaknesses in PvZ.
Right.
Like, Puck, don't you agree that like in PvP, playing
That's
passive,
nice.
like the whole game is good?
In PvT?
In PvP, like,
I mean,
of course, sorry.
you
Go
gotta have engagement periods. If you're going for Frostlight Templar, you have.
Okay.
I find it really essential if you go attack them before their ghosts are out,
Okay.
just because you'll trade much more efficiently.
No, but like late game, like the more ahead you are, the more you can harass their economy because you can afford to do so, and like the better it is to stay passive.
Yeah, definitely, because if they're engaging you and you have a ton of gateways, you can reinforce way faster and be way more efficient.
Yeah, because like the more advantage you have PvT late game, the more you can add gates, and then when you decide to pick that 200, they're gonna cry and call out Devin Kid. But anyway, yeah, Puck is a better late game style. Hopefully you brought a good replay, Puck. But I think that push was cool.
yeah, no, it's a good replay. I mean, it's a good replay to discuss some of the, just the little nuances in PvZ right now. And there was something else I asked you. Shoot, just now.
Is it drop play? Because one guy asked that in chat, and I think we should load the Puck's replay and then discuss it while the replay loads.
Sure, we can.
Okay.
I mean,
So
again,
Puck,
guys that are just joining the show, what we're doing today is we have desRow and Puck on here, ROOTPuck on here, to discuss some PvP and PvZ in the form of replay analysis. Okay, I'm kind of fast forwarding 2 minutes here. You guys want to do 2x again here, or
Do what?
you guys want to go 2x again on?
Yeah, I have coaching in 50 minutes. I like you, but I like my students as well.
No problem. Okay, so we're back in the game here. I think let me make sure we are back in the game. Yep.
Because one guy asked if you would have had to do drop defense, how would you have reacted to it? Well, I think I had like good map control, but I think it's so important to try to scout with hallucination, so that way if you can see like a cloud of overlords, you can try to react to it. But what do you think, Puck? To OB drop.
I mean, to go for OB drop, hallucination is definitely good.
Yeah.
If you go early robo, ops is obviously good. I mean, I mean,
Like,
I
you
really
investor,
want,
right?
yeah, I really want to invest hallucination to my style of play, just because I'd love to see where the overlords are out. When I send my warp prisms out, like that make my style like twice as strong. Yeah, I mean, overlord drops, you definitely have to be ready for them. If you don't have enough units, you just lose, basically.
Okay.
Like, you're sacking a base no matter what, if you don't have the production. Like, the moment you scout overlord drops, if you see, like, a bunch of overlords gathered somewhere that is somewhere close to your base, just make, like, a bunch of blink stalkers, chrono immortals, and just forget all your tech that you're working on.
Yeah, just blow as many units as you can. Yep.
Okay.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah, 2 minutes. 3, 2, 1, go. I'm sorry, I like to do the countdowns.
That's okay.
Wait, what is this? Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, so you scouted,
Okay,
didn't see an early pool, so you decided to go Nexus first?
I'll probably not go Nexus first.
So I noticed last game, desRow, you built a pylon over at the third too.
Yeah, I mean, what's your take on it, Puck? I don't mind letting two pylons go up.
I won't let a pylon finish at the third, just because
Why?
you're delaying your gateway too long.
Well, I guess.
But it's personal preference. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're going for early pressure, I'd rather have people get the gateway down faster. If people aren't going for early pressure, I mean, if they're just gonna play macro, it's totally fine to have the pylon.
Well, you know I'm doing fake pressure, so like I don't really need it in a sense, right?
Yeah, but I mean, the earlier your zealots get out there, the better too.
Yeah, I guess. So what will you do? Just delay the natural and let him grab the third? Sometimes
Yeah, I'd
they
rather...
don't even try to grab the third, because if it's like a big map and they don't scout you right away, they're scared of like a 4 gate on one base.
I'd definitely rather have him take the third over the natural. Just because, like, look right now, he's transferring drones all the way from his main to the third.
Yeah. And the whole queen, the queen situation too, the very first one. Is...
And you never let the pylon finish at the natural?
I usually always let it finish at the natural. Just because I mean...
You'll just confirm that he grabs the third, and then you'll cancel it, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's also nice to get a couple extra probes too, I mean...
Yeah.
Also, it gives you more safe time to get everything in your base to prepare for when the certain come.
You're sad about that Overlord, aren't you?
What one?
The one that survived because of the map.
Oh, probably, yeah. I don't know.
So, okay, so this is like a different variation of what you always do? Is this old or new? Is this your double forge shot?
This is fairly new.
Is this your double forge?
Is this my 3 base push? No.
Your double forge.
Oh yeah, my double forge, yeah. I'll go on the double forge.
Okay,
And I
yes,
built my
that's
cannons down there just because it did make a bunch of speedlings, or zerglings.
Yeah.
Yeah, that cannon position's very interesting. The two
Well, it's good to have
third.
anyways, because if a ling run by goes in,
Yeah.
the zerglings have to run further.
Why is your robo so late?
Because I want my upgrades to get done faster. Just
Yeah,
because
you should get out
I always want to have the upgrade advantage on the lings. Yeah, I definitely need to invest in hallucination. Just because I need to see where those overlords are. Like, I just keep forgetting to do it.
The last time I played that guy, you went OV drop. See, he's grabbing a 4th and a 5th. That's why I like to do 3 base push. Because that angers me, man.
So what are you planning right here, Puck?
I'm gonna go for like double upgrades or just mass drops the whole game.
Oh, okay.
The whole game?
You'll
It's a
see, yeah.
19-minute game, man.
You'll see.
So how many warp prisms do you have?
I'll make like probably 3 or 4.
Oh wow. Okay, this is I don't think I've seen you do this. This is gonna be interesting. This will be cool.
I also get a DT shrine, but I won't use it right away. Just because I want to maybe try and snipe his layer first, if I can.
Remind me to ask you
And
about 2
you
base.
see right here, I'll make a high Templar for my warp prism. I oftentimes make 2, but you'll see why here in a second.
Okay, let's see it.
And now I'll just mass zealots.
I see.
Then I'll rally my other warp prisms to the bottom. And I get speed now, like desRow told me about earlier. And I'll use a storm just for those infested Terrans.
Oh really? Okay, that's smart.
That's cute.
Yeah, that's really smart.
You
Waste
better
all their
dodge
energy
Runner.
and yeah, exactly.
You better
And now-
dodge Rattly because
now- I have
Oh,
a warp
what a
prism.
shitload of
It's
damage.
made 2. I'm just making zealots just because he's making nothing but lings.
Did you delete? Oh, you did like I told you. You delayed your blink for your charge.
Yeah.
Dude, zealots without a charge PvZ are so bad, especially with creep. Like everything from Zerg is fast, and your zealots are so slow. Wait, where was his lair? Oh,
It's
There's
there's
third.
third. There's third.
what?
It's a hide,
That's,
though.
yeah, that's original, man. You almost killed it too. I haven't used.
So how many
DD
do you have
yet?
going here? You have
I
two
don't
warp
think
prisms
I'd use a
going?
warp prism this game.
So do you have 2
Yeah.
going? Gosh, I'm trying to
Yeah.
keep up with all of them.
If you don't use your warp prism, there's no point in going more than 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless it's a big map. I've done 3 before. Oh, dude, that guy must have raged.
Oh my gosh.
And
man.
you had
I mean,
the
it's
delayed. You had the delayed 4 too.
Yeah, I delayed my 4th. I could have got faster if I really wanted to. And I started just messing voids from here.
because of the ultra.
Yeah, and it's a nice late game unit. I mean, he has no energy on his infestors. He doesn't have a Spire. He doesn't have an infestation, but he's not going to be able to do anything with them.
And
I mean,
tell him the other thing too. Tell him the other thing that you told me. That's so
What?
smart.
What thing? What thing?
Well, the void rays are retard magnet, man.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you make void rays, if you make a bunch of void rays, the Zerg really can't make that as many Broodlords. So like they'll have extra Corruptors in their army, which is a lot easier to deal with Broodlords. Like if your army will be able to deal with Broodlords much easier if you don't have to deal with too many of them.
Yeah, I mean, I like this concept.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So like, basically what he's saying to you is he's gonna make 3 voids and force like 10 corruptors, which are not gonna be
Well,
which are not gonna be broodlords.
I mean, he's going to force 10 corruptors, but he can't really build those corruptors when all of his bases are being attacked right now.
Oh no, but I'm talking like in general, like he's doing that like let's say the Zerg doesn't die. Let's say the Zerg's better and he doesn't die. You make like 3 void rays and they're forced to make corruptors and not transform anything into broodlords, which make your life like
hell a lot easier.
Yeah, how do you deal with broodlings though? You storm them or you go?
Yeah, I usually storm them. I'll try and feedback infestors first, and if I can't, I'll just storm broodlings.
Okay.
And blink
so you
again.
You blink out, and then you storm them?
No. I'll blink into the like. I think it's better if you blink into the broodlords than storm around your stalkers and target down broodlords, just because broodlings won't be able to do damage to your stalkers then.
Okay.
So
What about Archons instead with DTs?
I mean, Archons are good. They take a lot of damage. They kill broodlings really fast.
So with that style, Puck, do you end up getting into a base trading scenario a lot? Because, you know, I can just see what the Zerg's thinking right there. They're just like, okay, should I, like, counter, or should I, like, just deal with this and just be taking damage the whole time, basically?
I have, like, every tech to deal with base trades. I have double Stargate, triple Stargate. I'll probably have, like, double Stargate by then, not the triple one. I'll have DTs, I'll have Storm. So, essentially, if they try to base trade me, I'm feeling pretty comfortable.
Okay. That's really cool. I like that really, highly harassing technique. You don't really see that very often in the Protoss. It's like a very Terran-like style.
Yeah, I'd love to see a Kodos player start doing this style.
Yeah. Well, they do it, but they do it more late game. But I tried your style, but I went Robo, which didn't help me too much. Like Immortals and Colossus, which didn't help me too much. I really like the 1 Templar.
Yeah, I really don't. I really don't like Colossus.
Yeah. Well, I agree. Like they're good against like a clump up roaches or hydras or zerglings, but against like infestors and broodlords, I agree with you. They're kind of useless, and they reduce your mobility a lot, and they cost a lot of food. But yeah, I tried this style, Chairman, and I died to mutas, and then I died to a roach drop by that same player. So
I see.
When I go, would you like me to get a replay versus mutas?
Sure.
That'd be good, but I don't know. Do we have time?
We have time if we don't do that.
Okay, sure. Up to you guys. I know you guys have the time.
Like, if you see mutas, I mean, you just gotta keep making warp prisms. And
you gotta wait. You gotta keep making warp prisms. That's funny.
I mean, like, if you can keep the Zerg, like if you're sitting on High Templar Stalker, Zerglings aren't going to do anything, and mutas can't really engage your army. And if you're forcing units to stay in his base, like if you're warping in huge numbers, he has to stay back and defend with some units. And the thing about mutas is what makes mutas players seem really strong is the fact that they are always looking at their army, except for when they larva inject, and they always know where to be. But if they have to look away, I mean, they're more easily going to get stormed. They're more easily going to lose units.
Yeah, that's one thing, especially since you carry 1 Templar by War Prism.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can just storm, because, like, mutas are impossible to storm unless they focus fire something, like a cannon, like Celots, Dender, and you have to catch them off guard. But if you're, like, doing, like, a fight, like a 200 fight, it's so easy for the Zerg player to just dodge storm, in my opinion.
Yeah. Alright, I sent the replay.
Okay,
This is when I first started doing the style, so I was really sloppy with it, but it should be fun.
It's not the versus slush, right? No? Yes? Hello?
What?
Doesn't look like
It's not versus slush?
No, this one's versus Striker.
Okay. But yeah, me and Puck talk about strategies like every couple of days. I call him and then I'm like, "Sup, Puck? How's it doing?" And then we would just talk about. I talk about his build, and then I talk to him about. Sometimes I'll send him replays of me failing, and then he'll tell me, "That's not how you do things. That's wrong."
Right. Wow, this thing loads super fast for me.
Okay, 2 minutes
I'm ready.
times
What?
2.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go. What map is this actually?
Gundam Ridge.
Oh, Cannon Ridge. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's a
One
new
of the
map,
maps,
man.
Yep.
It's so big.
Looks like a better version of Entombed. Much better version of Entombed. Yeah. All right, so let's see. Somebody in chat's asking. I think Smoodish, the classmate from before. He was wondering why you weren't suspecting Mutaplay when all you told me from the beginning. Yeah.
I didn't really care if he was going Mutas. I already had Storm done. I had Link. I could have just canceled my
Charge and go blink.
Like, if they go Mutas, my style is really strong because I already have double upgrades going, and I can just play defensively. I can warp in a couple Archons just in case, and then I will have like 2 Warp Prisms on the map already.
I really wish you would get Hallucination. Your style would be so much better.
Yeah.
Because observers are useless. Plus, you're making him play defensive. So what's the point of having sentries, right? So at least you can use.
Like I said,
and you can make like fake War Prisms too.
Yeah, I've been trying to innovate it. It's just.
Yeah, I know. You're like a pioneer, man. You're like the guy who invented the telephone.
You have to get a build named for you, man. It's a good way to market you guys. Have stuff named after you. Have builds named after you.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, so...
Why Frigate? Did you make 2 stalkers? Or does he know you and you're playing mind games?
Yeah, 3 gate is kind of...
Yeah, I was playing mind games.
Okay.
Mind games are so important.
The thing I love the most about Puck is he's so unorganized. He sounds like Stefano, like he doesn't know shit about what he does, but it works.
It's very instinctual. Yeah, no, that's cool.
Yeah, just kind of do things.
Yeah. I mean, your play is just like your personality, man. You're so spaced out and you don't know anything, but you just go with it.
But he knows.
That's why I love
just trolling you, man.
Oh no, I'm not. No, I'm not trolling. I just love it, man.
Oh, that's so sloppy of me.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you still got away with 2. Oh, hopefully speed doesn't kick in on the way back, though.
I wasn't really scared of speed, though.
Well, you're gonna lose them if you had speed, though. Okay, that's true. Okay, so now you're building in another 6 gateways. Getting your Twilight Council.
Jesus Christ. It's a Fort Knox.
No kidding. Look at that wall. That's... Oh my
Great wall.
gosh.
Fuck.
That's hard as hell to build a wall on this map. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the map is quite something. Imagine if you would have hallucination by now, bro.
Yeah, I know.
I just like to tease. So once the road was kind of late, don't you think? Don't you think it'd be better early?
Yeah, I could have probably taken it earlier, because...
Like, oh, I think I played that guy.
This is like my 4th time doing this style of play.
Is he gonna Nidus you?
I think so.
I played that guy and he Nidus me for like 50 minutes and then you were watching the stream and you're like, Jesus Christ, man. You played so bad.
He's opening Muta, right? He's not, it doesn't look like he's doing nice until later, right?
Yeah, he's still Muta.
Yeah, that bottom base, man. With hallucination, he's got that shit so quick. And
Muta on
that
this
face.
map. Muta on this map would be so hard.
Do you ever get like speed, or you just like don't?
No. I stay on normal.
Alright, here we go. Muta's so you have Muta's coming in the back, but you got the building wall already. There's like nothing he can do up front. And Muta's, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but Muta's really aren't effective unless you can be multi-prong attacking.
Yeah,
right?
he also have Mutas there for no reason too. His
Oh, you snipe that spire?
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't even see
I
the...
missed that in the back there, okay. Oh, there's the Nidus, yeah.
Yeah, good map vision too. I can't believe he didn't see the... Oh, wow.
And you're taking the bottom one out at the same time.
Yeah.
You got lucky with the bottom one because you had like no signs of him having it.
Yeah. Most spines haven't really done anything with mass sell-ups.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the one thing, like, one of the things I like to do. Well, I do it more late game, and he does it more, like, now. But in PvZ, the minerals aren't worth shit, right? So it's like grease money, right? So you just have to spend as many zealots as you can harassing and killing and suiciding them for tech or buildings or...
Right. Pause it real quick.
Yeah.
So, I know this is one of your first times doing it, but why did you push out this time around? Like, the previous game you never pushed out. You just were, like, harassing constantly with multiple...
I had some units in my base. I should have had a couple more Templar before pushing out.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If he would have, like, essentially, if I had the units I wanted in my base, which I didn't, I need, like, 2 more Templar, maybe, like, 3 more Sucker.
Right.
But you have a lot of gates, so it's not like you can't defend.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, I have so many gates, like...
Did you grab the tower, or you're that unorganized? Yeah, you're that unorganized.
I was pretty unorganized at the time.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, so wiping out, you pretty much have 2 fronts going here.
Where's the other front? Oh.
Well, it's top and bottom, right? So, he's got to clean up one. So he cleans up the top. He's got another, actually, he's got another attack now on the cross. I don't know why he took that base all the way across the map, but...
and you have sick upgrades, too.
Yeah, man.
And this is kind of, it's funny because you're basically containing a strategy that's supposed to spread you apart, so...
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. It's really cool. You're
I just
spreading
keep
him
making
apart.
more prisms.
Yeah. You just keep making more. How many do you make? I mean, you just
You
never...
should always have 2 out, and then
Yeah.
if one's about to get taken out, you just remake one. Like, you killed Spire, so he didn't have time to upgrade, and he forgot to upgrade. But yeah, I played that guy with this Nidus, man. If you don't do what Puck did, you will just, like, make your life hell. Especially, like, since there's so many Nidus spots, like, behind the third. But,
I really like this, man. This is good. I actually wouldn't be surprised if we see this in the metagame, like, sometime in the near future.
Well, I think if you beat a Korean and play him, he's gonna give it to his house, and they're gonna abuse it, and then Zergs will figure out how to beat it, and then you'll be sad.
It doesn't matter if they figure out how. I mean, it just adds another card in your deck, right?
Yeah.
Rodut's deck, which is cool.
Yeah. People always forget how to beat something, and then it comes back in style.
Exactly. I mean, it's...
But if you look at the upgrades, I'm 3-3 already, and he's 2-1. He's not gonna be able to do much.
Yeah, I
to
mean,
my
he's
units at all.
The only reason you didn't grab your fort, because one guy's asking in the chat, is because there was a ling and you couldn't bother making an observer.
Yeah.
But you should have made a cannon sooner, though.
I did make cannons at one point in the game.
Eventually, but really late. Like, you could have grabbed a quicker fort.
So to kind of think through the strategy completely, just when you're really hashing out the strategy, if he does contain those attacks decently with your war prisms, what are you falling back on? Like,
well, I still have Storm and Blink Stalkers, so...
So you just end up building just a death ball with...
Yeah, I just... Okay. Yeah.
Well, that ball consists of Storm, 3 Voids, Mothership, and Blink Stalkers.
Right. No, that's good.
Right?
You have all the facilities for it, so...
And that's if you don't kill them with the harassing zealots. Right, Puck?
Was that? I'm sorry.
He's busy being flattered that he's been called. They're saying he looks like Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, I was looking at chat. Well, desRow, seriously, what did you ask me? You know
I
me.
said your league composition consists of 3 Voids, a Storm, Mothership, and Blink Stalker, and that's if you don't kill them before that.
Yeah.
There you go. I answer it for you, man.
Essentially, if it goes longer, I'll go into Carrier and Void Ray.
Oh, carriers are so
I'm not a believer of carriers, but if you can have Archon, Storm, and Mothership and carriers...
Especially you don't want many carriers, you maybe want like 2 or 3, and then the rest Void Rays.
Why?
They tank so well. They tank really well.
Because, like, if you have Storm, and they go Mass Corruptor, they're not going to have any Broodlords, okay? And they're going to have Infestors, but you're going to have High Templar. So if you have like 6 High Templar, 7 High Templar, they have Mass Corruptors, so you have Mass Void Ray, and a few carriers in Mothership, you can storm all the Corruptors. Corruptors stack really easily compared to Void Rays, so you'll be doing like mass damage. First Corruptors, and you'll have a vortex. So you only deal
Okay,
with
so
like,
basically the carriers are the bait into mass corruptors
Yeah.
to avoid storm.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, buddy.
I mean, what do Zergs build against Mass Void Ray then, other than Corruptor, Infestor, anyways? I mean,
That's the
I
turn.
mean,
Storms are bad.
Storms are really good. High Temps are really good in that composition because
Yeah.
if they force out a bunch of infested Terran, you just storm them. You can also try to get the feedbacks off, and then you can just also storm all the.
Archons are not so bad, bro. Why are you aiming?
I mean, you want a couple.
no, I'm not.
You want a couple.
I'm not.
You do want a couple Archons just because spine crawlers and.
No, I guess my
You don't
point
want
was
your-
my point was like what was the point of building the 2 carriers when those are going to be that's going to be the unit comp anyways against Void Ray.
Well, I mean, carriers have a lot of DPS. It's nice to have a few of them, but not
Okay.
too many.
Cool. All right. Okay, so I think that's going to be it for the. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, also it forces corruptors to target fire.
Oh, I see. Right. So they take priority over Void Rays?
Well, I mean, like, for, like, the interceptors and all that, I mean, they'll be going all over the map. Brood Lords, or whatever's sitting around, will have to, like, you know, they'll just attack them unless they're focused.
Right. But all right, guys, I think that was really, really great work on the replays. I think we'll conclude that. But what you mind taking a few questions from the viewers? You guys cool with that? Okay, guys, why don't you ask some questions in the stream chat here, and we'll have these guys answer it. I know these guys don't have too much time, or else we do call-ins and all that good stuff. But let's just take some questions here. Let's see. If you guys see any, just start asking them. Let's see. The build versus roach play. What do you guys do versus just like that mass roach? Kind of Stefano-ish type.
Who's build?
Let's say Stefano's 12-minute max.
No, he's talking.
Oh.
Yeah, he's talking about us. Well, I mean, I don't think it matters which build, as long as you make a good wall of gates. I think Pug's build is a bit harder to hold mass roach because you don't have immortals.
Yeah.
But as long as you have like good sentry spread, you don't get yourself flanked, and if you really think they're gonna do like the 200 style, just make sure you don't tech too greedily and just make a lot of units. What do you think, Puck?
Yeah, I mean, you essentially have like 12 gateways.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the thing about it is, like, you'll cancel your charge. Of course, you'll get blink instead. You'll have force fields. You'll have all this stuff to delay whatever they have. Like, and essentially, if you can delay long enough, you should hold just fine. In fact, cost efficiently. Like, you'll still probably get stormed, and you'll just start making corruptors, but immortals. And just make maybe a couple more sentry, and you should hold just fine. It's also very map dependent. Some maps are a lot harder than others. Like Daybreak, for example, is extremely hard.
Yeah.
But like a map like Ohana, it's extremely easy. So.
Yeah. I think Daybreak is like the hardest map for Protoss, because once they break the rocks, it's so easy for them to rally with the creep highway and then to push with spines.
Right.
I like one of the question in the chat. How do you guys practice? Do you approach practice ladder, teammates, friends? What do you do?
What do I do?
Yeah.
I mass ladder and come up with shit.
Well, I think the way I approach it is like being a ladder warrior doesn't usually do, like, it can work for some people, but for some people it doesn't. So, find your builds, make sure they're steady and they look good, play a lot of ladder, and then once you have that, try to make friends either on ladder or somewhere, and then practice with them. Like, the last thing I want to do is waste someone's time. So I'll wait to be ready or to look sharp in a matchup before asking someone for practice. But I think practice partner is the best. Get on Skype after the game. Hey, what did work? What did not work? Were you scared? And try to get in the mind of the other race. Like, it's good to play Protoss, but it's good to tank as a Zerg and as a Terran as well.
Awesome. Yeah, that's good. Definitely good advice.
Because a lot of times people will just like play by the book and play. But you need to be thinking, okay, what are his options? What can you do to come back if I have a sick lead? What can you do to get ahead right now? and people don't think those questions, and they just play like, oh well, life is good, I have a lead, let's keep making units. No, he's gonna do something, and if you don't figure it out, well, you'll probably be caught off guard and suffer.
Alright guys, we're going to ask a few more questions here. This is your last chance to enter the giveaway, by the way. We're going to be drawing for the giveaway in just a second here. Have these guys help me out. And the way to do it is follow me on Twitter at ChanmanV and like me on Facebook /ChanmanTV, and I'm going to pick a random person from each of those places, and it's for this Goliathus mousepad, Razer Goliathus mousepad, and a t-shirt. So, so one question for you, Puck, is, you know, with your build, there was, Narwhal asked, like, how are you successful against the roach drop? You know, the roach drop is basically like a variation of the Stefano 12.
I mean,
right? So
if you scout it, just mass units. It's. I feel like it's the one hard counter to my build, but like I don't know. You can hold as long as you scout it fast enough, and you just make units. Because like I said, you're producing off a lot of gateways. You're still gonna have a lot of units to deal with it. It's just you're not going to have like many core units. You're not going to have Immortals. You're not going to have Colossi. You're just going to essentially have to deal with Force Field, Sentry, and possibly Archon or maybe Storm. But once you scout it, you make nothing but units.
I see.
In your own base.
Alright, let's see. Any other questions here? What do you do versus 6 pool? Classic question against from the low level folks, I think.
I'll take it. You scout that, and you make a forge, basically, and then you build a pylon behind your mineral line, and then you build a cannon in your mineral line, and then you make a gate, and then by that time you've done all those things, the lings will be there, so you take all your probes, you click on the mineral patch, and then you look at your natural, and then you click on the mineral patch there again, and then you attack. But you don't want to fight. You attack a bit, then they might pull out because they'll be scared. And if they don't pull out, then you pull back to your mineral line. And you just buy time for your cannon to get up, and then you start over from your main. And then you can either go, and then you try to scout. And if they're taking an expansion, you can either go 1 gate or 2 gate expand. Or if they don't have an expansion and you think they might have speed and banelings, you want to go 3 gate expand with double gas. What do you do, Puck?
I kind of just... What I actually try to do is I'll actually make a second cannon. I'll make a hidden pylon at my natural and build a cannon by it so they can't attack my forge, and also try to forge fast expand.
So you'll basically fight with the...
No, he doesn't. I still build the cannon in my main.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to do that, right? There's
Okay,
no
so
way
while
to win.
they're trying to kill your shit in the main, you'll eye a probe and make a cannon.
Yeah.
So instead of making the second gate, making a gate, you'll make a cannon in the natural, and they'll be like, oh well, I can kill this probe, and then they'll go down the natural, and they'll be like, oh well, there's a cannon, what do I do? And then they say, oh, I'll try that. That's interesting.
Then it resets, right? And you're actually a little bit ahead too, even when it resets.
No, you're ahead. You have a wall, and your natural starts a lot sooner. But I don't know. I usually win a lot with my way, unless like I fuck up and lose a lot of probes. But you know, I like your way. It's better. Sorry guys, listen to Puck.
Okay, how about one more? Let's see. Yeah, just to give you guys a hint on the giveaway, I've never promoted the Facebook account before, so I'm only going to be drawing from either the Twitter folks or the Facebook folks. So you do the math there. You kind of interpret that hint. Let's see. What do you guys like? Okay, let's see. What do you guys like to do with Zerg going gas first? Some people, I guess, people that open speed first. I guess that's what he's asking. Like, what do you do with a guy opening 1 base gas instead of the?
Well, I always push with 2 zealots. So I mean, even if they have speed, my 2 zealots will be together, so it won't be so bad. I'll be trading even. But if they open gas first, you just got to be careful because it might be an all-in. So you have to confirm that they're not taking, or that they're taking a third or even a natural. And then depending on if they grab a third. If they don't grab a third, it still might be a 2-base all-in, so it will be a different type of defense. And if they don't grab a natural, then it will be a different type of all-in, and a different type of defense. What do you think, Puck?
What was the question?
What do you do? What do you typically do against the gas opening?
Oh, I'm sorry.
He looks exhausted today, man. He just got back from work, guys.
Yeah, I gotta go back to work in like 4 minutes. For speed openings, what desRow said basically.
That's right.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I should have Puck. I should have Puck like this
I'm
instead.
being honest. I'm being honest. I mean, you don't want to push out with stalkers.
Yeah.
Like that's just stupid. You don't want to throw away stalkers.
Right.
I'll still try and go for a pester. I mean.
All right, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, shoot, what were you saying again?
Oh, I was basically saying like you can just like as long as you confirm it's not an all-in, you can try to open whatever you feel like. Sometimes some
Target
people
expense usually pretty strong versus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, alright guys, thanks for the questions. I know you guys are going to get going soon, but mind helping me out with this giveaway real quick?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, let me see how many folks are in the running. So we are going to be picking from the Facebook folks, guys. So the folks that liked me on facebook.com/ChanmanVTV are going to be the folks that will be will have a chance to win this Goliathus mouse pad. And again, guys, you know, now that Razer's sponsoring me, we're going to be doing these giveaways once a week. So 1 out of 2 shows we're going to be doing it, and you know, just lots of great stuff all the time. All right, so there looks like there's 30 people who liked it today. Pick a random number between 30. You guys agree on one?
Sorry.
Pick a random number between 1 and 30.
16. It's my birthday. Woo!
I'll take an average between y'all, I guess.
I'll go with 17.
Come on, jeez.
Jesus
All right.
Christ.
What?
All right, we'll round.
Wait. Did desRow pick 17?
He picked
I
16.
picked 16.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'll go with 21.
All right, we'll just go with, what is that, 18? No, 17, 19 then. All right, where I go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, winner of this mouse pad is, drum roll, where's my drum? Oh shoot, my drum roll sound isn't available right now. Is Derek Gow, G-A-U-W. Let me type it in the stream chat. Derek, message me on Facebook. This guy on Facebook. Congratulations. I'll be sending this over to you once I get all your good information and stuff. But again, guys, every week, be on the lookout for Pro Corner. We're going to be doing this like every week. I just want to give you guys all any of the stuff that we have here. So it's all for you. But desRow, Puck, big thanks for being on the show. Yeah, and let's do some shout-outs.
Okay. Me first?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, awesome. Sorry, I just in a hurry.
Yeah.
Shout out to ROOTPuck for supporting me. Shout out to my parents and my family for being extremely supportive. You can, if you want to meet them, just go to my stream. They're usually also in my chat.
Oh, are they really? That's awesome, dude.
Yeah,
cool.
they're essentially the ones that originally sent me the MLG Anaheim.
Oh,
but
okay.
then I got sent through Blizzard. Thank you to all the people, all my friends that support me, that being the people that watch my stream and
Me?
come see me at Anaheim and MOGs.
What's your stream link?
Twitch TV /PUCKK.
Gotta get you featured, man.
Yeah, I know.
Fitzy's featured. Why aren't you featured?
Well, I don't get many viewers during the day, but I'll usually average like 300 at night.
Yeah, you get plenty of viewers, so gotta get Apollo on that, man. Get you featured.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, of course.
And yeah, I better go. I'm gonna be late.
All right. Thanks for being on, buddy. All right, desRow. Shout outs, buddy.
You didn't shout out to me, man. But yeah, shout out to MaxStrike.net for supporting me. We're gonna start weekly show matches.
Okay.
Shout out to TT Sports for giving me free hardware. Hopefully I'll be able to do a few raffles or something like that in the future really soon.
Awesome.
And shout out to all my fans and my viewers for making my job full-time and possible. And that's pretty much it, yeah.
Oh.
Shout out to Maximus Black for giving me an awesome last week, I guess.
Yes. But no, thanks a lot, Mark at desRow for being on. You know, I've been wanting to get you on this show for some time now, but you just been in Korea.
I
You've
was
been
in Korea and
yeah,
it was picky with the times, but I'm glad
okay.
we made it work.
Yeah, hopefully we'll do some more in the future too. But it's a pleasure, and hopefully you guys, once you guys let or at least let the viewers know what your stream is. I'm sure a lot of your stream viewers.
Oh yeah. Whoops. I was playing with my GG button. Yeah. But let me know with the VOD too, because I think I'm gonna like if you have it on YouTube, I'll try to like it and favorite it with my account, and I'll post it on my Facebook and Twitter too, because I think we had like really good talks.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to piece that puppy together. So tonight when I do the rebroadcast, I think it'll be all pieced together.
Oh
so,
yeah, I hope we're
oh my gosh, this USB port's been giving me so much problems. So I apologize today, guys, for all the issues with the stream and obviously the sound. It was definitely blooper week or blooper day on Pro Corner tonight. So you know, normally guys, not like this. But check out the VODs, or at least the rebroadcast will be tonight, 11 p.m. Eastern for the NA folks, and then the VOD will be up at youtube.com/ChanmanV. That's where all my VODs are for Pro Corner. So if you ever want to catch any of the previous shows, and desRow was on a Climbing the Ladder previously too, so if you want to check that, that was a great episode too. Check that out. But anything else I have to say? I don't think much. I think Mondays, next Pro Corner, we'll have Beastie Cutie. Empire's Beastie Cutie, and hopefully another Terran to do some TVT. Everybody's been like saying I've never done a TVT show, which is actually true. I've never done a TVT, so it's time. It's time to actually break out the hour-long TVT matches. The replays are probably going to be like 4 hours in total or something, but we'll have to 8x it. But it should be fun, and hope you guys will tune in. And again, I'm not sure we're going to be doing the giveaway Monday or Thursday, but we'll have a giveaway again one of the days. But hopefully you guys had a great July 4th yesterday, and that's going to be it for ChanmanV's Pro Corner for this week. We will see you next time. Bye.
Yay! Okay, I'm gonna go. But thank you for your time.
Yep. Yeah, later, buddy. It was fun.